What is forged in plastic? Welcome everyone, I'm Sam, or the Paint Marine, and Forged in Plastic is to be a competition very loosely based on the History Channel's Forged in Fire, but in a similar spirit of craftsmanship in a limited resource or a parameters restrictive requirements. So for Forged in Plastic, what I hope to achieve is to bring together many talented individuals throughout the community in both a judging aspect as well as a participation aspect. For those that participate, I will be compiling all entrants and we'll be narrowing it down to a top 5. Those top 5 will then be sent to the judges, and the judges will then determine based on those 5 and rank them accordingly 1 through 5. Whoever wins first place will then receive the equivalency of $100 US to Games Workshop's web store. So a electronic gift card to whatever the equivalent. So it'll be $100 US converted to whatever local equivalent is based on your location. Then that individual will then receive an invite to the final competition, which will be at the end of the year. The idea being that this competition will take place over the next 4 quarters. So one competition a quarter, to where at the very end of the year we will be standing with 4 champions who will then compete for the grand prize, which is currently yet to be determined. So, are you ready to be on Forged in Plastic? If you are, then the requirements will be you'll have to submit photos of your work. Now these photos will be of 4 different angles: the front, the left, the right, and the back. Also, if possible but not always required, is if you could send a video of the model being rotated on a turntable of some kind. But again, this is not a requirement, but will make it easier for the judges to get a complete look at your model. Of course, make sure that the photos are clearly lit and everything is clearly visible so that you don't miss out on any details not being seen. Now, this model does not need to be painted. The main point of this competition is to see what you can forge out of plastic. The idea is kit bashing. So you can combine any number of third-party bits, GW bits, or whatever company you want to make a unique model, but it must fall within the parameters that are set forth within each quarter of the competition. The first quarter competition is going to be based on the Imperium. Now, for those that want to compete in the first quarter, to be considered for one of the top 5, you must submit a conversion model that you yourself have done that is somewhere within the realm of the Imperium. Non-vehicle or non-Titanic keyword. So we're talking about smaller individual models and not a squad or a unit, only one model. Now, once I have received these and we have narrowed it down to the top 5, the top 5 will be given further parameters for their quarter championship submissions. In this, it will be a unique model that will not be one that has already been made by them. They will receive the parameters and the time limit, which will usually be upwards of a week to a week and a half to submit their model. All participants are to be aware that when they reach that next level, it may be potentially to convert a model of something they do not currently own. Meaning, if they normally collect Astra Militarum, they may be asked to convert a Space Marine type model. So being prepared to have to potentially purchase additional models or bits from the internet may be a requirement as we move forward. So just be aware that based on the various parameters, there may be some out-of-pocket expense. So, if you're willing and ready, I'm going to ask everyone to start submitting. To submit, you can send your photos to thepaintmarine@gmail.com. Submissions for this will be due in 1 week's time, which is the 8th of March. So all submissions must be submitted by the 8th of March 2020 to be considered for the first quarter competition. Once those have been received, on the 9th of March, I will begin going through and we will compile the top 5. From those, the top 5 will receive notification that they have been selected as one of the top 5. They will be given the parameters and their time limit. If they do not make the time limit, they are considered disqualified for the event. Once they have submitted their final model and pictures, then it will be going up to the judges panel for final judgment. Currently, for this first quarter, I'm happy to share and announce with everybody that the Warhammer 40k Couple has agreed to be the guest judges for this first quarter of this event. Now going forward, we'll be reaching out and hopefully getting more guest judges such as the Warhammer 40k Couple, and we'll definitely welcome back return judges should they continue to want to participate. So I'm very excited about that, and it's great that they're going to help out and we can continue to get more community interaction with other groups and other people. So if you have any questions about anything in the competition, feel free to send an email to thepaintmarine@gmail.com or send an instant message on the Facebook group there, or leave one in the comments below here on this channel. Alright, I hope everybody is as excited as I am about this competition, and like I said, going forward, it's going to be super great. So, once again, just to reiterate with everyone, the theme of the first submissions to be considered for the first quarter of this Kit Bash model conversion is the Imperium. So, that is to submit one model, cannot be a unit or a vehicle or anything like Titanic or anything like that. So one model. It doesn't have to be a character. It can be one model that you converted from a unit, but it cannot be that whole unit. So please submit a picture, front, right, left, and back of the model, and then again, if possible, a rotating video no longer than one full rotation. So I don't need a constant, minute long of the whole thing rotating. Just one video of a full rotation to be considered for the quarter finalists. Again, if you have any questions, I'm just really stoked about getting this up and running and excited to see what everybody has. And then we'll go forward from there when we have our quarter finalists and they will receive their parameters and what the project will be for them to complete for this first quarter challenge. So, alright, if you haven't already, please check out the Facebook page and subscribe and like the channel. And until next time.